Alright, players, we back. This time we're going to go ahead and react very late, I might add. An hour and a half late to the actual trailer that they released. I'm surprised they didn't do a Midpoint Fate channel. Even Fedison thought they were gonna. I remember he streamed the other night and they didn't. But they actually did. So they didn't release a Fate channel. But we got the trailer here. We have 1 second to think because the data mines are still going on. And as we can see, they have not been posted yet outside of the refines. So while we have a second to catch our breath, let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer and see what's going on. By the way, I forgot to turn on the overlay there, so there we go. Alright, new Ascended Hero. We're starting things off with an Ascended Hero. Very interesting. Usually they save, like, the best for last. Is that Fear? Sword Maiden. Okay, Ascended Fear, huh? Didn't expect that. She looks like she's dressed up like Carla there. Actually, I kind of like that. Fear dressed up like Carla. That's not something I thought I needed. Yeah, but outside of the jacket, which is Fear's jacket, but then the, like, samurai kimono that she's got on under it, that's definitely Carla's. Alright, like mother, like daughter, apparently. Sword infantry type. Okay, so there's a lot riding on her to be good if she's going to be a god sword, right? Vassal Saint Steel, 16 might, 1 range, -1 special trigger. At the start of the turn, if unit's HP is over 25% and unit's special cooldown count is at its maximum value, grants special cooldown count -1 to unit. Okay, so she gets like a times pulse effect there. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, grants all stats of 5 to unit. Inflicts speed and defense -X on the foe, where X is 11 minus foe's max special cooldown count value ×2, with a minimum of 3. And then if the foe does not have a special skill, penalty is just 3 flat. And reduce damage from foe's first attacks by 40% during combat. And also, if unit speed is better than foe's speed +5, neutralizes effects that inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit during combat. This looks a whole lot like one of the refines we just looked at. If unit's HP is over 25% at the start of combat and unit's special cooldown count is at its max value after combat, grants special cooldown count -1 to unit after combat. Okay, so she's got times pulse 4 effectively here, if what I can gather is correct. We got all stats of 5. We have speed and defense possibly. Let's say a max special cooldown count value with -1 special trigger in tow. That would be 1. So 1 times 2, which is 2, -11, which is 9. So speed and defense -9, pretty good. Possibly. I mean, if they have a 5-hit special, you're kind of out of luck there. And then if the foe doesn't have a special skill, it's just 3 flat. Who did this? Someone on the refine batch did something basically the same as this. I already forgot who. I think it might have been iGreen, though. And then reduce damage from first attack by 40%. If her speed is 5 higher than the foe, she gets Nullify Guard. Yeah, I don't know about this, man. This just seems like typical God Sword stuff. She's not breaking the rules like Fallen Byleth or Lucia does. I still think those are the 2 best God Swords. Unless somehow Fear is just like annihilating them on a speed check. Alright, we have Glimmer. We got attack and speed finish 4. Physical null follow-up, huh? So level 4 variant to null follow-up already. Inflicts speed and defense -4 on the foe. Basically gives you null follow-up. And then reduces the percentage of foe's non-special DR skills by 50% during combat. Oh, that's interesting. But you guys already know my take on cutting DR in half as opposed to taking DR off. It's just not quite as good because of the amount of DR you can stack nowadays. So, like, take Heithr, for example. Heithr's got DR on the weapon. She has it in the B skill. She has it in the C skill. I think there's, like, there's, like, another way you can also get DR on her, too. So, it's like, Heithr has 4 instances of DR or some nonsense. So, like, cutting that in half isn't really mitigating it by enough. As opposed to, like, Special Spiral 4, you just turn DR off entirely. That's definitely the way to go. So I'm not quite as impressed by the level 4 null follow-up as I thought I might have been. And then we got attack and speed oath 4. She looks like a fodder pull, honestly. She's an ascended hero, but RIP, man. Unless she's got, like, base 50 speed or some nonsense. I don't really see how this is supposed to be better than Lucia or Fallen Byleth. Alright, who else do we got on this banner? Okay, so who is this again? Zealot, I think his name is? Or Zealot, or... No, it's Noah. Okay, yeah. There's so many cavalry heroes you get from Binding Blade. It's like you get Trek, you get Noah, you get Zealot, or Zealot, you get Alan, you get Lance, you get... I think Isadora is in the game too, or is she from FE7? I can't remember. But there's a ton of cavalry units that you get. FE6 is the cavalry game if there ever was one. Here are his stats, by the way. We might as well just skip his stats, to be honest, considering we're about to look at the data mine after this video. All right, Ilian Merklance. So he is a mercenary from Ilia, of course. 16 might, 1 range, -1 special trigger. At the start of turn, if number of allies adjacent to unit is less than or equal to 2, grants dodge and neutralizes foes' bonuses during combat. To unit and support partner within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. Okay, so... Oh, that's actually not too bad as a support effect. That kind of reminds me of, like, Fallen Lilith, where you get some cool effects when you are a support partner with them. So that's not a bad weapon already. And then if number of allies adjacent to unit is less than or equal to 1, grants all stats of 5 to unit during combat and deals damage equal to 15% of foe's attack, including when dealing damage with a special triggered before combat. So he just borrows their attack for the stat check there, and not bad. Yeah, I mean, this looks okay. It's a nice little support weapon. All right, we have Luna, we got Flow Guard, and then Alarm, Speed and Defense. So another Alarm skill already. I guess they kind of figured Alarm was kind of underwhelming. It would have been good if it wasn't so restricted, but they went a little too far restricting Alarm. I believe it was melee cav only. They could have at least gave it to flyers, too. Oh, snap. We got Dorothy. Yes, please. Dorothy, infantry, bow tie. Oh, wait, is she going to be the demote because she's in slot 3? No. Don't do that to Dorothy. I would rather her be the second unit on the banner instead of Noah. All right, Defier's bow plus 12 might, 2 range, effective against flying, of course. At the start of combat, if foe's HP is over 75%, grants defense of 5 to unit, and inflicts defense -5 on the foe during combat. And also, if foe has bonuses, grants bonus to unit's defense and inflicts penalty on foe's defense during combat equal to the current bonus on foe's defense. Alright, trash, trash, trash. Ardent Sacrifice, Speed and Res Ideal 3, Attack and Res 03. I guess the 03 and the Ideal 3 are nice if you're trying to get the level 4s, but Speed and Res Ideal isn't an ideal skill, if that makes any sense. Alright, R.I.P. Dorothy, man. They put her in the game just to kill her. And then our new Mythic hero. So we have Heithr here. Heithr's gonna hate, man. Innocent Goddess. You know, I would have thought that the Book 4 Midpoint character was gonna be that other girl. The one with the Kezu-looking hoodie. Like with the white on the outside and then the red on the inside of the hood. Really looking like Kezu. I forgot what her name was already. I think she was like the goddess of lights or something. And then she said she was a very, very distant past version of Gulveig, right? So I thought that was going to be who our Midpoint Mythic hero was going to be, but instead it's Heithr's gonna hate. She's an infantry green tome type. She is an offensive Astra hero that grants the Res Blessing. I wonder if she's going to have that time stop effect that Heithr has, and also, of course, what's his face? The Demon King. Okay, she just did a rally skill or something on her sister there. All right, very, very creative weapon name there. 14 might, 2 range, -1 special trigger. If a rally assist skill is used by unit or target's unit, inflicts all stats -4 and guard on the foes in cardinal directions of unit, and target through the next actions. If unit initiates combat or is in 2 spaces of an ally, grants all stats of 5 to unit, Deals damage equal to 15% of unit's attack and reduces damage from foe's first attack by 30% during combat. Okay, so they gave her like a built-in ruse there. Okay, this better be a good assist then. Gold Serpent. Grants the following effect to unit and target ally for 1 turn. So from turn 1 and on, grants attack and speed up X, where X is the number of turns times 2 with a max of 8. And then from turn 2 and on, enables Canto 1. From turn 3 and on, grants Treachery. And from turn 4 and on, grants Dual Strike. Oh, wow. You're getting a lot out of this. And also grants another action to units. So I guess she's like a soft dancer then? Interesting. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, additional action and effects other than stat bonuses. Granted only once per turn, this skill is treated as a rally assist. So we have a rally dance, huh? That's different. Kind of similar to what Plumeria does, right? Am I thinking of Plumeria or am I thinking of Triandra? Basically, one of those two. I can't remember which. After they dance, they inflict a ruse on the enemies in cardinal directions. That's basically what this is, but then you're getting a bunch of other effects as well. So as turns pass, your stat bonuses are going to go up and you're gaining more effects. So Canto 1, Treachery, and Dual Strike. I'm not really too sure how much Dual Strike is going to help her here. Is she granting it to herself? Yeah, unit and target ally. So she would also be getting Dual Strike, and then that would mean whoever she just danced with Gold Serpent is also going to be able to quad attack. And then if you have Cordelia on the team, I guess that makes this easier, but Cordelia is so busted with Dual Strike that she already has your needs covered in terms of that. It would have been nicer if they gave her, like, Dominance or something. Can you imagine, like, Treachery and Dominance together? That would have been nutty. All right, we also have Remote Sparrow, Magic Null follow-up here. So inflict speed and res -4, and I'm assuming the same exact thing. Then you get Null follow-up, and then you cut DR in half. Really pointless, man. They just brought out level 4 Null follow-up just to die. And then we got Panic Smoke 4. Yeah, I'm not too sold on the level 4 Null follow-ups. Heithr seems like an interesting unit. Gold Serpent... I mean, dancing, giving Canto 1 and giving Treachery. She's a pretty interesting dancer, I would say. But, like, other than that, I'm not really too excited about this banner. This looks like a pretty big skip, honestly. Fear was a dud. Okay, this was who I thought was actually going to be the midpoint hero. This character right here, but I forgot her name already. Oh, is that Ludwig? Is that his name? I can't even remember. I think his name was Ludwig, or is it Murdoch or something? I don't even remember. This dude right here, he's one of the special riders of... Not riders. What is it called again? It's like him, Narshan, and then the other dude. That are the 3 generals of Burn, I believe they are. I think. I could be wrong. It's been a hot minute since I last played FE6, but... Alright, there we go for the banner, guys. Now we're going to... I guess, assume that the data mines are up, and then we're going to go take a more in-depth look at what's going on here, and we'll take a look at our GHB and see what skills that he's got. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about this banner. It honestly looks like a flop. Doesn't look too interesting, unless Fear is boasting like 51 base speed or some nonsense.